Now in this video lecture we will go through radius ratio, right, and we will study radius ratio in connection to ionic solids, right. So we'll see how radius ratio can tell us about the geometry, about the arrangement of particles, right, in ionic solids, how particles are arranged, how anions are arranged around cations and how cations are arranged around anions, because we know that in ionic solids anions, right, anions are around cations and cations are around anions, right. So it also tells us about the stability of ionic compounds, right, because radius ratio relates to the arrangement. It tells us how particles, anions and cations are arranged in ionic solids, right. That will tell us that will point us towards the stability of ionic compounds. We'll see that in a moment, right. So we want to define radius ratio. Radius ratio is your ratio of radius of cation divided by ratio of radius of anion, right. So here it's simple, it's radius of cation, right, divided by radius of anion. We denote cation by R plus, right, and anion by R minus, right. So radius ratio, if you look at the formula of the radius ratio, you will see that radius ratio increases with increasing size of the cation, right. As the radius of the cation increases, the radius ratio increases, right. And one thing, as the more is the radius ratio, more is the coordination number, right. Coordination number, we know, we have studied earlier also. Coordination number is number of ions, right, surrounding a particular ion, right. Now the ion, suppose this is positive ion and this is surrounded by negative ions, like this, right. Now let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This positive ion is surrounded by 8 negative ions, right. So the coordination number of this positive ion, right, coordination number of this positive ion would be 8, right. So what is coordination number? It is the number of ions, right, that are surrounding a particular ion. This is a particular ion and this is surrounded by 8 negative ions. So 8 is the coordination number, right. And for the stability of any ionic compound, you need to consider certain things. That for stability of ionic compounds, the cations should be surrounded by anions and anions should be surrounded by cations, right. And more is the in stable ionic compounds, right, more the stable ionic compound is, you will find that in the geometry of ionic solids, more is the number of ions that are surrounding a particular ion, right. So for stability, if you talk about stability, we know that cations should be surrounded by anions and anions should be surrounded by cations, right. And for maximum stability, the coordination number of each ion should be maximum, right. As I said that cation should be surrounded by anions, right, and vice versa, and anions should be surrounded by cations, right, for stability. Second point is, for maximum stability, the coordination number of the ion should be maximum, right. Coordination number should be maximum for stability. And coordination number, what it tells us, we have seen here that the number of ions that are surrounding a particular ion, right? So this surrounding of ions, right, how many ions are surrounding a particular ion will tell us the geometry of your ionic solid, right? So coordination number, it tells you the geometry or how ions are packed in a crystalline solid, ionic crystal. Tells you the geometry of ionic solid, right? We'll see how. Now, more is the number of ions that are surrounding a particular ion, more would be its geometry, right? So for stable arrangement, there should be maximum number of ions around a particular ion, right? Remember this. And for maximum stability in the packing of ionic solid, anions should be, this is important point, should be, anions should be touching one another and also the cation, right? In the arrangement of anions and cations in the ionic solid, the anions should be touching one another and at the same time it should be touching the cation, right? Then only the arrangement would be called as the stable arrangement, right? So just to recap, for the stability of an ionic compound, the first point is the cations should be surrounded by anions, right? That is negative ions should be surrounded by positive ions and positive ions should be surrounded by negative ions, right? And the second point is regarding coordination number. We know that the number of ions that are surrounding a particular ion, for example here negative ions are surrounding a positive ion, so the number of negative ions that are surrounding this positive ion would be the coordination number of this positive ion. Suppose 8 negative ions are surrounding this positive ion, so coordination number of this positive ion would be 8, right? And this coordination number also tells you the geometry of the ionic solid, right? Because this is nothing but the arrangement of ions, right? That tells us about the geometry of ionic solid. Now, for maximum stability, the anions should be touching one another and should also be touching the cation at the same time. If you look at this diagram, right? If you look at this diagram, you will see that these three circles represents anions and there is a small cation in between, right? So these three circles are touching one another and these three circles are also touching, all these three circles are also touching cation, right? This is known as stable arrangement, right? Now, one thing, we know that the size of the cation is always smaller than the size of the anion, right? So in the structure of ionic solids, you will see that anions would form the close packing, right? And cations would occupy the voids. Voids is the spaces that is between the anions, because here anions are forming the closed packing, right? And your cations, because cations are small in size, so they will occupy the voids or the empty spaces. So it will something look like this. If these are your anions like this, right? So these are your voids, these are empty spaces. So cations would be found in these empty spaces, right? And these represents your anions, right? And as we have studied this in previous lectures, that we have two types of voids, tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids, right? So tetrahedral voids, that has 4 particles that has a shape of tetrahedron, and octahedron is that has a shape of hexagon, right? That has 6 particles around it. So when we talk about bigger cations, right, bigger cations will occupy octahedral voids, right, and smaller cations will occupy tetrahedral voids, because tetrahedral voids are smaller and octahedral voids are bigger, right? So bigger cations, if cations go bigger, they will occupy the octahedral voids, right? Just remember this. Now I've just made this table, right? And now let's talk about this, the relation between radius ratio, radius of cation, and coordination number, right? Now if you look at this formula, you will find that the radius ratio is directly proportional to the radius of the cation, right? So we say bigger is the cation, right, more is the radius ratio, right? And radius ratio is also directly proportional to the coordination number. What that means is, more is the radius ratio, more is the coordination number, right? So I said more is the radius ratio, more is the more is the radius of the cation, right? And more is the radius ratio, more is the coordination number. So what we may say is, more is the radius of the cation, right? Bigger is the cation, more would be the coordination number, right? That means more is the size of the cation, right? Bigger the cation, more is the coordination number. That means bigger the cation, more would be the number of anions, right, that would be surrounding that particular cation, right? We say that, remember this, more is radius ratio, I just represented with RR. More is the radius ratio, more is your coordination number, right? And more is your radius ratio, more is your radius of cation, right? So in a way we say that more is radius ratio, more is your coordination number. More is radius ratio, or more is the size of the cation, to be precise. More is the size of cation, more is the size of cation, more is the coordination number, right? That is, if you have a bigger cation, it will surround more anions around it, right? I'll just write it over here. Bigger anions, or I'm sorry, bigger cation will surround more anions around it, right? You can think this way, that more is the size, bigger is the cation, right, more is its surface area. If more is its surface area, then it can accommodate more anions around it, right? I'll repeat, bigger is the cation, right, that means more is its surface area. More is the surface area, that means it can accommodate more cations around, it can accommodate more anions around it, right? More anions means more is the coordination number, right? So bigger cations have high coordination number, right? Now just look at this concept is important that we have just discussed. Now just look at this table. It tells us about the radius ratio, coordination number, and arrangement, right? So if you know the coordination number, that is the ratio of the cation to the ratio of anion of any ionic solid, you can tell, or you can guess, or you will know the geometry of the ionic solid. By geometry of ionic solid, we mean how cations and anions are arranged in that particular ionic solid, right? I repeat, once you know the radius ratio, right, you will know how ions are arranged in that ionic solid. If you look at this, if the radius ratio lies in this range, right, its coordination number is 8, right, and the arrangement is cubic, right? So we say if you have 8 anions around any cation, or 8 cations around any anion, the arrangement would be, or the geometry would be cubic, right, and radius ratio would be this. Just remember this table, right? This would be important for you. Now if you look at this, we also said that higher is the coordination number, higher would be the stability. So here coordination number 8, right, that points to cubic arrangement or cubic geometry. This represents the most stable arrangement, right? And if you look at this coordination number 6, right, coordination number 6 points to octahedral geometry, right? And we know that in case of sodium chloride, right, sodium chloride has octahedral arrangement, right? Six chloride ions are arranged around one sodium ion, and 6 sodium ions are arranged around one chloride ion, which points to an octahedral geometry, right? So whenever the coordination number is 6, this is the range of radius ratio, and the geometry would be octahedral when your coordination number is 6, right? Similarly, if your coordination number is 4, that means you have 4 particles around one particular particle, then the geometry would be tetrahedral and your radius ratio would be this, right? So this is it. Now let's look at, we said that we've talked about the size of the cation, right? More is the size of the cation, more is the number of particles that it surrounds, right? Now let's see how this happens, right? We'll just take these 2 examples. Here you have these 3 circles, right? These 3 circles represent anions, right? And it has a small cation between, right? So we said this point that for maximum stability, anions should be touching one another and should also be touching the cation, right? So here anions are touching one another and touching the cation. So here the geometry is, you have this cation is being surrounded by 3 anions, right? So coordination number of this cation would be 3. So if you look at here, coordination number 3 points to triangular geometry. So this is your triangular geometry, right? And radius ratio would fall in this range. Now, as we said that more is the size of the cation. If I increase the size of the cation, then the number of particles that surrounds the cation would increase, that is coordination number would increase, because the surface area of the cation would also increase, right? So here if I increase the size of the, I increase the size of the cation. Now you can see that the cation is bigger in size, right? So when cation will go bigger, then these anions would go far apart, right? You can see if this is small here, when this becomes bigger, so these 3 anions will go far apart. Now in this arrangement, this third point is not followed. Anions should be touching one another and also the cation. Here the anions are touching the cation, but they are not touching one another. So this is an unstable arrangement, right? From stable arrangement it went to an unstable arrangement due to the increase in the size of the cation, right? So to counter this effect, right, to adjust this effect or to counter this effect, the geometry of the particles, right, or the arrangement of particles will change to tetrahedral from triangular, right, to attain the stability, right? And we know that in tetrahedral arrangement we have 4 particles around any particle, right? So here you can see that here the coordination number was 3 in triangular arrangement, and here the coordination number is 4, right? That points to tetrahedral arrangement, right? And why this happened? Because the size of the cation increased, right, due to which the number of particles increased so as to have the maximum stability. Because in this arrangement, in this tetrahedral arrangement, these are 3 cations and now there is these are 3 anions, in between there is a cation, now there is one more anion, right, which is, because this is in 3-dimensional actually, you have one cation above this, right? So this is a tetrahedral arrangement. Now you can easily see that as the size of the cation has increased, right, as the size of the cation has increased, the particles now that are surrounding this cation is 4. Coordination number is 4, and we know that more is the coordination number, more stable is the arrangement, right? So coordination number 4 arrangement is stable as compared to coordination number 3 arrangement, right? And we also know that more is the number of particles surrounding a particular ion, more would be the stability. So this in any case more stable than this arrangement, right? And this happened because of the size of the cation has increased, right? Now look, now this is the triangular arrangement that we have seen. Now let's look at the octahedral arrangement. This is the octahedral arrangement that has, in which one particular ion is surrounded by 6 particles, right? 6 anions. This is the cation at the center and this is surrounded by 6 anions. 4 you can see, one is above and one is at the back, because this is a 3-dimensional arrangement. You cannot see those 2 anions, right? So now as the size of the cation will increase, right? This is an octahedral arrangement, right? So just remember what we said here. More is the size of the cation, more is the coordination number, right? More is coordination number means more particles around any particle. More particles, that means more is the stability, right? More is the number of particles around any particle, more is the coordination number, more is the stability. This is the rule. Now this is an octahedral arrangement in which one cation is surrounded by 6 anions, right? So now let's increase the size of the cation, right? If you go to this side, we have increased the size of the cation, right? When you increase the size of the cation, same as here. Now if you look at this point, for maximum stability, all the anions should be touching one another and should be touching the cation at the same time, right? Now when you increase the size of the cation here, these anions are touching this cation but are not touching one another, right? So this is an unstable arrangement again, right? Now to make this arrangement stable, right, to make this arrangement stable, same as happened here, more particles would surround this cation, right? So that all anions can touch one another and should also be touching this cation at the same time, so as to have maximum stability. So what it will do is, from coordination number 6, it will change to a BCC, a cubic arrangement, right, that has 8 particles around it. Here you have 6 anions around this cation. Now when you increase the size of the cation, the number of anions surrounding this cation has increased to 8. That is, coordination number has changed to 8, which points to more stability, right? And the geometry is your body centered cubic, which is more stable arrangement of particles, right? So increasing the size of the cation has led us to a more stable arrangement, right? And more is the size of the cation, more is the radius ratio, right? Just try to relate everything. Now if you look here, if we decrease the size of the cation, now let's say the cation has become smaller, right? Now what will happen? If the cation will become smaller, then reverse thing will happen. Less is the size of the cation, the surface area will go down. That means less particles will surround that particular cation, right? So if the cation becomes bigger, the structure changes to BCC, right? And if the cation becomes smaller, the arrangement changes to, from 6 to, it will change to tetrahedral, right? It will become, so less particles would now surround that cation, right? The arrangement changes to tetrahedral in order to close contact between anions and cations, like we said before. Now if here you have 6 anions surrounding this cation, right? So if you decrease the size of this cation, then the size of this cation will become small, right? So now let's say it will become small like this. Now in this arrangement, these anions are not touching this cation, right? So now to move into more stable arrangement where anions should be touching one another and should also be touching this cation, you have this octahedral arrangement will change into the tetrahedral arrangement, where in tetrahedral arrangement only 4 anions would be surrounding this cation, right? So arrangement has changed into tetrahedral. Coordination, tetrahedral means 4 anions surrounding a particular cation. That means 4 is the coordination number, right? So we have moved from coordination 6 to coordination 4 arrangement of particles, right? And why all these changes are taking place in the arrangement of particles, so as to have maximum stability as per this point. Anions should be touching one another and also the cation at the same time, right? So this is the concept of radius ratio, right? We have done this now in detail, right? Just remember that radius ratio tells you how the particles are arranged in your ionic solid, right? And once you know the coordination number, it also tells you the coordination number. Once you know the coordination number, you know the arrangement of particle. Or even if you are given this radius ratio, you know the arrangement of particles. So you should know this table, right? And just remember that radius ratio increases with the size of the cation, right? And as the size of the cation increases, the coordination number also increases, right? So with the increase in radius ratio, the coordination number also increases. You can see from here, the coordination number is going up, right? Coordination number is increasing in this direction. I'm sorry, the radius ratio is increasing in this direction, right? And coordination number is also increasing in this direction, right? So here the coordination number value is 2.732. Arrangement is your cubic, that corresponds to coordination number 8, right? And remember that as the size of the cation increases, right, it has more surface area around it, right? Now it can accommodate more particles around it, right? More particle means high coordination number, right? So this is what happens when the coordination number increases, right? And this is what happens when the coordination number decreases. You have less particles around this cation. Here you have more particles around this cation, right? And this happens so as to have the maximum stability, right? So as to have the stable arrangement of ions, or the stable arrangement of particles in an ionic solid. Particles are anions and cations, right? So I hope all this is clear to you. You can just take down all these notes, make sure you remember this table, this formula, and make sure that you know that as the size of the cation increases, it has more particles around it. So coordination number increases, right? And as the size of the cation increases, its surface area increases so that it can accommodate more particles around it. So more particles, more coordination number. I hope this is clear to you. Thanks.